to the first of my videos on preparing the body shell of my new Tamiya Renault 5 Turbo on the M05RA chassis. Just before we get into that, I thought I'd go through some of the tools that I'll be using. As you can see here, I've already started painting the bumper and still in the process of doing that. And for that I'm using these artist's brushes, shall we say, and I've got a range of these ranging from this one here, number 4, down to this one which is a 000, so very fine for obviously finer details, but these are sable hair. I've never used these before, but after watching a programme about something, and I can't honestly remember what it was, they went on about sable hair being the best for paintbrushes like this, so I thought I'd give it a go, and I'd have to say they are absolutely correct. So far they've been absolutely brilliant. Unlike a lot of other brushes that I've had in the past and probably still got, when you're trying to do straight lines, or you know, up to an edge like this here, the other brushes I've got tend to flare out quite a bit, even though there's loaded with paint, but these do tend not to flare out much, so it's a lot easier to get a fairly straight line up to an edge. So yeah, if you can find some, I highly recommend sable hair brushes. We've got the reamer for making any of the holes, and I've already really made all the holes in the body that I need to, but I'm going to be using this in a bit for something else that I'll show you. And then we've got various scissors, some curved nail scissors, these are stainless steel, and straight scissors for cutting out the body. And then we've got a scalpel here for maybe some touching up if I need to, as you'll see in a bit. And then some masking tape of various thicknesses, just to mask round, because I'm currently still in the process of painting the orange indicators, as you can see there. And coming to that, we come to the paints I've used. The first one is the yellow, which is X8, lemon yellow, and because it's X8 that denotes that it's a gloss paint. We then got X6, which is the gloss orange for the indicators, and then I've got Tamiya XF1, which is the flat black, which I've used for the grille. I've still got this grille to do, and these shall we say fog light covers, but I'll tell you why I've not done that yet in a bit. And then we also needed for this other radiator grille that goes on top of the body shell at some point once we're ready to do it. And then what I've also done on this radiator is, once I've finished a couple of coats of the black, I've then gone over with some matte varnish just to hopefully help protect it, and a couple of coats of that. So I'll leave that because I've only just finished painting that, so that needs another half an hour or so to dry, and I'll get the body shell sorted out and get back to you to show you some cutting out, hopefully. Okay, so here's the Renault 5 Turbo body shell instructions, and as I hope you can see here, the dark shaded pieces are the bits that you've got to cut out. And if you see here, something I've not had to do on a body shell before, but we've got to cut a rectangle hole in the front here. Like I say, I've never done this before, so I've been having an and ah about how to do it, and I think what I'm going to do is, if we see on the body itself, I've actually marked round with a permanent marker on the outside where the hole should be, and what I'm going to do is, using my reamer, is I'm going to cut a few holes down the length of it, and then try getting my scissors in and start cutting it out. Possibly leave quite a bit of excess and take that down with various files and sandpaper. So I don't think it matters. I think I'll just start here. And we just push the tip in. It's a very sharp tip on these reamers, and we just start spinning it in a clockwise direction until we start getting a hole. And I keep going like that. I think I'll make that a bit bigger and do several down the length of it, and I'll get back to you once I've done that. Okay, so as I hope you can see there, I've made all the holes. So now I'm just going to do, shall we say, a bit of hacking, and we're just going to start cutting through these centre bits, and I'm just going to go through the other bits like that, to make some space for myself. And then it's just going to be a case of gingerly, shall we say, trying to cut any of the excess off that we don't need. And I'll just carry on like that and try and get at least it to that red line, and then I'll start trying and fit it. So I'll be back shortly. Right, I've finished cutting out this hole, as I hope you can see there, pokey pokey, and I've been fitting the bumper to it, and word of advice, as I hope you can see there, I've ended up cutting the front end out because I was so engrossed in trying to get it to fit, I forgot to do that, and basically couldn't get this to fit at all until I suddenly realised that I was trying to fit it round most of the plastic or polycarbonate that you don't actually need on the car itself. So hopefully we'll see if I can get it lined up, which you can't. There we go, it kind of fits now. It's a bit difficult to show you, but yeah, so that's all fitted. However, as you can possibly tell, this front little bit here is so flimsy now. I thought that's not going to last long when you're rallying it. So this piece of polycarbonate here is from this section here somewhere there that I've just cut out, and as you can see it's got the bends in it already, and it fits lovely and snugly into the slight bends in the front here. So I'm going to glue that on and then make some more holes through it just to strengthen it up. I haven't actually cut it down yet, but I'll do that shortly, and I think because all of this is going to be hidden by the bumper, I'm going to glue it on before I spray it, So I'll crack on with that. So word of advice, save your spare bits just in case, and I'll show you once I've done it. Right, so I've glued this piece in place, as I hope you can see there, and I've also recut out the holes. So the bumper will go back in again, like so, and these 3 holes here I've had to make myself. They were marked, and I think they had to be 6mm, and then another 2 holes I've had to cut out are these 2 for the bonnet radiator, and they have to be 5.5mm. And then if you've got the old ACOM's AM receiver, then there's a mark here on the side where you have to cut out another hole, but as I've got the 2.4 gig digital receiver, I haven't bothered with that. So we can get on with the rest of the cutting out, and with that in mind I've already started on this front wheel arch, and as I mentioned earlier, I did the front earlier while I was fitting the bumper and stuff. So we'll just go through and I'll show you a bit of me cutting out. As you can also see, I've cut off all the excess ready, and really it's just a case of taking your time and cutting it out as neatly and as close to the red line that I've drawn round again as you can get. What I will say going forwards is I may have to do some more cutting and sanding on these front 2 edges of the wheel arch to get it to fit to this curve of the bumper here, but we'll see that when we get to it. And there we go. And again, you can get some ordinary straight scissors to do these long straight edges. Again, I'll carry on and do the other 2 wheel arches in the back here. Again, right, I've cut the rest of the body out, so all we've got to do now is go around and sand it. I've already started and done the front and one of these edges, so all we've got left is the rear bit, and for that I'm going to use some trusty sandpaper stroke wet and dry. I would tend to use this wet, but for on camera we'll carry on and do it dry, and I've got a piece of doweling just to make a curve, and it's just basically a case of working your way round. I'm rounding off these corner bits because I cut them fairly sharp, and then I'm just going round and trying to smooth everything off and making a hell of a noise. And we'll just keep going like that until it's all nice and smooth. I won't annoy you with the noise. And then I've got one of these little sanding pads here to do any straight edges, and I just go along and keep going until I've got it all straight and level and sanded down a bit. By the looks of that, I think I'm quite a way off the red line, but I'll carry on and get back to you once it's all done. And here we have one cut out and sanded body ready for painting. with the bumper now fitting, and I've trimmed these edges down so they line up with the edge of the bumper, and I think with that I'll leave it there and say I hope you've enjoyed watching this. See you on the next one, which will be masking up and painting. Thanks for watching. Bye.